Okay, just a few thoughts on the Dow Jones. Basically, what I'm sort of looking at here, I've drawn a fib set from the high, okay, down to the March February bounce here, okay. Also drawn a set of retracements from 100% back to that low from this little high, which is thrown up a 161 spot on the quadrant line. Okay, now it has made that target. Okay, here at the moment. Okay, what we're also looking at is this line that comes down off all these tops. Is what it needed to break. It's done that, but now it needs to find support at it, in my opinion. I'm just going to zoom in a bit here now so you can see things a little bit more closely. We've also got an inverted head and shoulders, okay, off the bottom, which caused the bottom, okay, with a target of around 1128. We have Elliott waves here, 1, 2, what I'm thinking is 3 here, and we're going down for a 4, okay. Which would be, I'd say, in that area around here. Okay, so just bearing that in mind. Also, we've got on the candlesticks here, we've got 2 crows. Okay, and this is the first major break of these moving averages, which is the 50 here, the 30, the 14 is 7. Okay, this is a 200-day exponential, okay, which should act as support. We have also this standard error channel, which it has been keeping to the midline pretty much spot on, and this is going to be the first major break of it. There was this little breakdown here, which was reasonably forgiving. Whether we do just bounce off this fib here now, okay, and whether we consider that a wave 4, which I'd probably think it could still possibly have that chance of doing that. Okay. The other thing to bear in mind is weekly charts. I'll just go to the indicators here on the daily chart. The breakdown here of the MACD zero lag, okay, is also our scholastics are starting to get into a little bit of an oversold situation, but I still think it's got more to go. Now this scholastic here too is a 5, 3 and 3 I use for a daily chart. Also the big concern is now these little RSIs which trigger buys and sells, and the DEMA has pointed down from a DEMA of 60. It's pretty much flatlined along the top there, couldn't make it through it. The concern is these RSIs are now below the DEMA instead of being above it. Okay, is when the stock was more bullish, is sort of warning us that there's something coming. Okay, so we're just going to go and have a quick look at the weekly and the monthly chart. Weekly chart, what I've got here is a whole heap of greens, reds, okay, greens, reds, buys and sells, okay. They've been triggered, as I'll show you below, by those little RSIs on the DEMA. We've got our Elliott wave 1, 2, okay, we've got our inverted head and shoulders target of 1127.4, where also a point or two off the other one. We have a top here with this candle cross, okay, and open at the same level, tried to move above the high, couldn't, and now is traded down. We've also, on this is the fib from the wave 2 to the top of wave 3. So if we're looking for support, it'd be along these lines, which would be just here, or back down here, where we've got our fourth wave, is what I'm tending to be thinking, and looking for to retest this as support, what used to be resistance, now support. Going to have a look quickly at our indicators. First, this is the MACD. And it has slowly been coming off with this sideways movement, and now is more significantly pointing down. Whether it turns and supports around this sort of a level along here, we've yet to see. Okay, our Scholastics has been running at overbought since May, so that's sometimes why I don't trust Scholastics. And this Scholastic, by the way, is a weekly Scholastics of 45 and 3, which is more commonly used for weekly and monthly charts. The concern here is on the DEMA here, okay, is we have now gone into the little RSIs now trading below the DEMA. We've got a DEMA of 52, which is not really high, so it could turn and go some more, but it's definitely broken that divergence that was following up there, okay, and it's definitely broken down. So let's just go back to the weekly chart, and that will just show you where all those greens, buys and sells came in, predicted by the little RSIs on the DEMA, and they've been pretty spot on. Okay, I've moved this one off here to the side. It was there. I moved it off just to show you that little candle. Okay, basically the one. I'll just quickly have a look at the monthly chart and just see how much time we've got left. We've got a couple of minutes. Monthly chart is basically, once again, now the one thing here with the monthly, I'll just try and grab this, bring it down so you can see the bottom. The fib set on here are taken from the first leg up back in, well, I think it was 2004 or something like that, 2003. No, further back than that actually. It doesn't matter. Anyway, we have our 1, 2. Okay, we have our buys and sell triggers again. It has moved up to this moving average like I thought it would. Okay, this here, see if this is not the end of the month, but this is a candle top at the moment, but it is not the end of the month. So do bear that in mind as well. It could turn around and still end up above this little fib set, this fib line here, which is a 61.8%. Okay, on the back, so it's a 38.2. The little bounce that we're having here of the 14-day moving average off the 200 suggests that this is probably a wave 4, and we have a higher wave 5 to go to, even though wave 5s tend to be a bit of a struggle and a bit of a sluggish little number. So bear that in mind. Also, what we have on the indicators here is the MACD could go as high as up here to the 600 value you see at the side, but it seems in the past it's wanted to steady around this level here. I'll just bring that out a bit more to show you past movements on it. Seems to be about a level, so it could turn around here, or it could head up higher to give us our wave 5. So there's probably showing that it's got a couple of legs in the tank. What we've also got here is the ultimate oscillator, which its turns have been pretty much warning a top is coming. It's warning a top is coming. Also, the DEMA here is starting to flatten out a little bit, so I'd be thinking about being very careful around this at the moment. This is also a Scholastic which can sort of go some more. So we could have our wave 5 leg coming up, but I think we're doing a wave 4 down at the moment. And wave 4 down, wave 5 up, that would complete the inverted head and shoulders on the weekly and the daily charts, basically the one. Also, that fib set came from 1994, and there was a mistake on the daily chart. This is the second break of those the 50-day and the 30-day moving averages. So let's just bear that in mind. But all in all, I still think there's a little bit more to go on the wave.